Alright, this is True Patriot 09 and doing a quick review on two firearms. The rimfires, and I finally got the 597 sighted in. The other rimfire is the 17 HMR. So what we're going to do is we're going to test fire both firearms with multiple bullets, different manufacturers, and see which ones shoots best. And you know, I can go ahead and tell you, I love both these, the rimfires. I've went over it before, and I've talked about it before, about how they're inexpensive. It's a great family gun. It's a great gun to start new shooters, children out with. Low recoil and low cost of shooting, and they're fairly accurate. So we're approximately 50 yards. First gun we'll shoot is the 17 HMR. It's a Savage. It's a heavy barrel, has the wood stock, bolt action, magazine fed. The first set of rounds that we're going to shoot is going to be, we're going to shoot the Hornady 20 grain XTP. Then we'll go to the Winchester Varmint, which is a 17 grain, and then we'll do the Federal Spitfire, which is also 17 grain. Like I said, we're approximately 50 yards. I've got just a True Glow optic on top of it. Really good optic. It's 3.9 by 40, fairly inexpensive. And with basically there being no recoil with the 17 HMR, you're not going to have any issues with that scope coming off you know, offline or anything else. So the second firearm, when we get it up here, it's going to be the Remington 597. Now, this 597 is the heavy barrel version. It's got carbon fiber in the barrel. It's got a synthetic stock, fairly lightweight. It is magazine fed as well. I've got a UTG bug buster on top of it, which seems to be a really nice optic. We'll be shooting the Federal Target Master, or target grade ammo. Then we'll shoot some 22 Thunderbolt. Then we'll shoot some Spitfire and some M22, which is made by Winchester. Now, the 597, the original one, the one I think that had an 18-inch barrel, it's a thinner barrel. There were a lot of issues out of it. I kept going back and forth between the Ruger 1022 Target, the Takedown, a couple different Ruger 1022s, and the 597. Well, I wanted to try the 597 for the simple fact that I've had two other Ruger 1022 Targets that shot really well, so I wanted to try this one out. And so far, fairly impressed with it. So we'll start out. It's extremely humid out here today and hot. It's not even 10 o'clock in the morning yet, and it is shady. So we'll start out, like I said, with 17 HMR. We've got two targets set up downrange. The left target will be the 17 HMR. We'll shoot top left, top right, and center mass. Then when we get to the 22, we'll do the same thing, and I'll call out which ammo is being shot at which particular target. So with the 17 HMR, first set of bullets is going to be the Hornady 20 grain XTP, and we'll shoot top left at that. It was a really good group. It was actually a really good group. Next set is going to be the Winchester hyper velocity. It's 17 grain. It's going 2,550 feet a second. That was my captain on the other range. Shooting distance, he's got a custom-made 260, which is sweet, but if you hear that, that's the 260 going off. Alright, the Winchester's going to be top right. You just heard him hit some steel at probably about 400 and some yards. misfire. It tapped, it just didn't go off, so we'll try it again. Alright, the bullet does not want to go off, so I'm not going to try it anymore. Next is going to be the Federal Spitfire. It's also a 17 grain. And it's got the little orange ballistic tip on the end. I'm sweating profusely because, like I said, it is extremely humid and hot out here today. It's the most unbearable and not even fun. Alright, the Spitfire, we're going to be going center mass. Alright, like I said, that was a 17 HMR, and go ahead and tell you the heavier bullet is always going to fly a little bit better. The Winchester, I'll be honest with you, I don't even know if I hit paper, but you'll see that when we go up and if we look at the Hornady 20 grain, you'll see that it actually shot really good groups. I did rush my shots a little bit, but like I said, you know, they're both really good calibers, good ammo, but the Hornady, the heavier grain, is definitely going to shoot better. So now we're going to shoot the Remington 597 heavy barrel, 16.5-inch barrel. I think this is a competitor with the Ruger 1022. Read a lot of reviews on it, and all the reviews said this one shot really well. The one with the longer, thinner barrel, everybody does seem to have issues with those, but these, everybody seemed to really enjoy. So far, I've enjoyed it. I don't think we're going to see the accuracy with the 22 as we will with the 17, but still yet, good gun, still accurate enough to go small game hunting. So, excuse me, we're going to start off by shooting Federal Spitfire, which is a hyper velocity. Then we're going to go to the 22 Thunderbolt. Then we're going to go to the Federal Target Grade Performance. 3-shot groups. We'll be shooting at the right-hand target. We'll say top right of the right-hand target, we'll be shooting the Federal Spitfire. Then we'll go bottom right with the 22 Thunderbolt, and then we'll go center mass with the Federal Match Grade. That was the Spitfire. Next, Thunderbolt, bottom right. Center mass will be Federal Match Grade. And we'll do 3 more rounds with the M22 bottom left. go down, we'll see what some of these targets look like. Maybe talk a little bit about the caliber for a minute. The ammo, I got rocks in my shoes. And we'll see what kind of accuracy we got. For some reason, the Winchester 17 HMR shot horribly bad. So we'll start out with 17 HMR. Here's the 17 HMR target. You see 3 shot here. This is my first shot, second, and third. Over here is the Winchester, really low and left. It's a lighter grain bullet. This was the Hornady, it's the 20 grain. This was a Spitfire 17 grain. Or excuse me, Winchester 17 grain. This was the Spitfire, Federal Spitfire 17 grain. So we'll come over here to the 22 target. Alright, this is the Federal Spitfire in 22. Here is the 22 Thunderbolt, which I didn't think would be very accurate at all. Then we have the Federal Match, which you can see definitely did not produce that good of a group. Now mind you, after 6 shots the barrel does heat up a little bit, and 22s, I mean, this is the type of stuff you can get. I mean, I'm sure I can tighten these groups up some. And then this is the Winchester M22, 22 ammo. So you can see that the groups at 50 yards are fairly decent, especially with a 17 HMR using a heavier grain bullet. But what I like is the low cost, the fun of coming out here and just shooting targets, and knowing that if I was to slow down my shots some, maybe take my time, I would probably produce a lot better groups. I'm not going to blame the guns, I'm not going to blame the ammunition, I'm just going to blame myself rushing through the shots. So taking my time, I think I could have definitely tightened these groups up some, but still yet, it's a fun day of shooting. So this is True Patriot 09. Thank you for watching. Pray for our military, first responders in this nation. Thanks for watching True Patriot 09.